So yeah, winters are coming. I imagine stuff's gonna be bad and people are out of a job and everything right now. So, it's one of those things you can't prepare for everything, but maybe you can get an inverter for your car and power a couple things off that way, Maybe you do get a generator and, make it work like that. But just try to be prepared for this kind of stuff. And, if you know somebody with a generator, maybe you work on that. But it usually works out where if power goes out, it's out for 2-3 days. That kind of turns everybody upside down. So, have the very least have a whole bunch of blankets. And same thing with your car too. If you break down in the winter, you slide into a ditch, you might want to have a couple blankets in the car just in case. Maybe a little hand warmer kit, something like that, just to be prepared for when winter comes, because you never know. Turkeys are looking at me again. They're 3 feet away or 5 feet away. But yeah, just be ready for this kind of stuff, guys. The worst case you can be is in winter and you have the blankets or whatever and you slide off into a ditch and you got a t-shirt on because you got your 80-degree temperature going on and you slide off into a ditch and then you can't run the car because you're at a stupid angle or something, And just have blankets and all that in there. Be kind of prepared for winter. And even if you live in Texas or whatever, it doesn't hurt. Have a couple blankets in the back of the car and just be ready, And it's one of those deals where it's like a snow brush. I start putting my snow brush, it's about the middle of October. And yeah, usually about the end of October, you usually get a little bit of snow or an ice storm. And, if you don't have a scraper, a couple days there, you're gonna notice it where you can shoot this stuff on your windshield, but it might take you a little bit longer and who knows what, A lot of people don't like to wait and then you're driving around, you fog your windows and then you get in an accident. So just, throw a scraper in there and have all that stuff ready. Scraper, some blankets, and maybe some hand warmers. And same thing with the house. Maybe you get an inverter and you can run your water heater. Or yeah, you can run your water heater and maybe your well. If you have a well, you can run that off your generator so that you have water and maybe even your heater. You can run your heater off that or a heater. Just enough to stay warm kind of deal because stuff happens, Power lines go out. Nothing's secure these days. So just be ready for everything. And, because blankets and all that, it's one of those deals where people throw away this stuff. You can get it for cheap if you need it. And just be ready. Just be ready for anything that can happen like that. And that applies to other things, your car, your house. I had an engine that I was playing around with in one of my work trucks. And it's strange. I got a little bit of bubbling when the thermostat opens. So I think I got a micro crack between the exhaust valve and the coolant in the head somewhere. I think it's in the head. It might be even in the block. But I'm not getting any coolant in the oil, and I'm not getting any coolant in the oil, or in the, no coolant in the oil because I don't have the transmission. It's manual transmission. So I don't have any coolant in the oil, and give me just a little bit out the back, but it only happens when thermostat's open. And it's one of those deals where, I don't know, I don't run the truck hard kind of deal. I only use it for work, but yeah, now I probably need a new engine, and I'm gonna see if I can fix it with other means. But I'm probably gonna need a new engine in that truck, and then it's Do I spend $1,000 on another 350, or do I spend $1,000 doing an LS conversion? I mean, so yeah, so it's a whole bunch of stuff like that. I just didn't plan for it, and you got to plan for this kind of stuff, even stuff that you think you got an engine, you think it's perfect, and sure enough, something happens. And just plan for that kind of stuff. Plan for the downtime. Plan for whatever. And if you can't do it, oh well. But yeah, just kind of be ready, because if the snow or an ice storm hits and it makes your power line sag and it takes out the power, oh well. What's your plan there? I mean, you got to have a couple plans in place. Just if this happens, what's the plan? Like growing up, my folks, I still do this. They have like 6 or 8 gallons of water under the bathroom sink. What that's for is if the power goes out, you need to flush the toilet. So you dump the thing and you fill the thing up. You got about probably 8 to 10 flushes until you're out of water, and then you got to go out and buy water. But that way you got it, and all you had to do is fill up these empty gallon milk jugs with water, and that way you're set. And it's in the house, so it isn't going to freeze, hopefully. And there you go. That's just one little thing. I mean, that way you don't completely run out in case the water gets, or your power goes out and you can't power a well, or whatever the heck you use. And just that's one little thing. Didn't cost anything. You drink the milk, you got the milk cartons, you fill it up full of water. Just a whole bunch of stuff like that. And just same thing with your car. You probably got a blanket you can throw in the car, maybe a couple sweatshirts, maybe some sweats. And if you do slide off into a ditch and it's tow truck's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, you throw that blanket on and you just, relax. And maybe play on your phone off the battery kind of deal. Maybe you got a heater, a little 12-volt heater, and you do that, whatever. And this is a good situation where all you did is slide off. You didn't get hurt or anything. But, just be prepared for this stuff, because you never know. And that's just, same deal. Winter hitting down in Texas now, so just be ready for this whole stuff. Because, what was it, like 2 or 3 years ago? They lost power, everybody lost power, and people were freaking out. Just be ready for this stuff. So, there you go, my little daily thought of the day. See you, folks.